Well, I'm back a lot faster than I thought I was gonna be. Wow. Oh my God. This was like that's crazy. That was crazy. I was live literally not 10 minutes ago. 10 minutes ago. I put the phone down. I come back and Trey Sermon got waived by the 49ers. Holy smokes. Let's talk about it. This is crazy. Huge breaking. This is literally breaking news. The 49ers have waived running back Trey Sermon. 30 he was a third round pick last year. They talked about how he had a great training camp. He had a good training camp. Just didn't kind of seem to kind of hit that team. He just didn't seem to kind of fit in as the preseason went along. I know he had the ankle issue, and they got rid of him. They waived him. This was wow, this is big time news. What do you guys think? I know a lot of fans were calling for them to get rid of him, cut him. It was, yeah, I mean, he just made the roster and then they just cut him. So let's make sense of it all. Let's take a deep breath and figure this out. So they did release Trey Sermon today. The reason why, okay, so there's a lot to unpack. Okay, this is a lot. This is a lot. Okay, so Trey Sermon was cut today, right? Now, the reason why I think they cut him was because they signed the offensive lineman Blake Hance. Remember, they signed this guy today. They claimed him off the waivers. They claimed him off the waivers. He wasn't on the practice squad. He has to make the actual roster because there was a roster claim or a waiver claim. In order to put that man on the roster, you had to cut someone. And Trey Sermon was that someone. So if Sermon clears the waivers, now they can add him to the practice squad if he clears the waiver. So that's pretty much what they did. It was a roundabout way of saying, okay, we need to add this lineman, but we need to cut somebody. Hey, no hard feelings, Trey Sermon. And if you don't come back to the Niners, we have plenty of running backs. We have Ty Davis Price, Jeff Wilson, we have Jordan Mason and Elijah Mitchell. No hard feelings, and Deebo Samuel could run the ball. But if you clear the waivers, we'll put you back on the practice squad. Wow. Wow. Holy smoke. Bye-bye. Tap toe dancing. Woo! Oh, man. Wow. Did I see Ward's story? No, honestly, I haven't seen anything yet. I saw this news. I went live. Breaking news. We got breaking news today. Cold business, says Eric. Oh, man. I wanted to see Trey Sermon with Lance at quarterback. You still might. He still might if he clears the waivers. Do you guys think that Trey Sermon will clear the waivers? Drop your comments. Will he clear the waivers? Wow. And Jermichael Hasty was claimed by the Jaguars today, says Jesus. Like, that is something. Like, they clearly told us, knowing this news today, they clearly basically said, hey, look, Trey Sermon and Jermichael Hasty, thank you for your service, but we want Jeff Wilson, TDP, Jordan Mason, and Elijah Mitchell. Like, those are the guys that stood out to them. They're okay with losing Trey Sermon. By cutting him, they're okay. If he comes back on the practice squad, they'll be fine with it. But if he gets claimed by somebody else, they're okay with it. The Niners can develop running back. Wow, this was third round pick. Third round pick. I mean, I get it. He'll probably be back with the team, but if he clears waivers, he'll probably get back to the practice squad. But this basically what it all comes down to is they needed a corresponding roster move for Blake Hance, the lineman that they signed today. So you sign a guy, you can't just not cut somebody. But the fact that it's Trey Sermon, I think makes it like more interesting, right? It's just so interesting the fact that it was Trey Sermon out of everybody that they cut to make sure they get this lineman on their team, Blake Hance. Whoa, man. I'm looking at some tweets. So my man Rohan, he tweeted out, he goes, just speculation. This is just speculation on Rohan's part. He goes, but it could be that the 49ers want Sermon back on the practice squad, releasing him after initial waivers, making it a more difficult decision to cut additional players. So that makes sense, right? They could have cut him yesterday because I think a lot of people say, oh, they could have cut Trey Sermon yesterday. But now all these teams have already been trying to clear their or claim their waivers, claim their guys. If the Niners cut the dude today, half the league already pretty much signed their practice squad. Everybody has their practice squad for the most part, right? They just got all their practice squad players. So the fucking 49ers are smart. They still haven't finished signing all their practice squad. Now, if Trey Sermon clears waivers, this gives them a better chance. And now you can put Trey Sermon back on the practice squad. That's actually a genius move. I didn't even think about it that way. Shout out to Rohan. That is actually a phenomenal idea. Wow, unbelievable. That is a phenomenal idea by the Niners. If that's the way it's going down, that's a smart move. Again, that's just speculation, but it makes sense that it makes it harder for other teams to claim them because they've already signed their players for the practice squad. So, man, Justin says, with all the running back injuries over the years, keeping 3 to 4 running backs is risky business. I mean, whoo, wow, unbelievable. That's big news, breaking news today. Trey Sermon, I don't know. What do you guys feel? The 49ers just signed somebody else. We got to go. We got more news to post. We'll be back later. I need the quad box in here. I sent them a link. I don't know where they're at, but this is just crazy. My man Senior said, just stay live 24 hours. I might as well, man. What's good, everybody? This was crazy breaking news. Just wanted everybody to know that Trey Sermon has been waived by the 49ers. But from what we understand is they're going to try to let him clear waivers and maybe bring him back tomorrow. That's what the rumors are. And they needed to let him clear waivers in order for Blake Hance, that they just signed today, to get on the roster, because you have to make a corresponding roster move. It's absolutely crazy. We'll see what happens. 3rd round pick, man. 49ers should just stick to drafting late round picks or undrafted running backs. They shouldn't draft running backs at 3rd round value, because let's pray that TDP is solid. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's crazy. I don't know. I know a lot of you guys don't think that he's clearing waivers. Harris says it. I know a lot of people don't think he's clearing waivers. But what Rohan said makes so much sense, that he might clear waivers just for the pure fact that a lot of teams have already signed their practice squad guys. So we'll see. Real Teal says that's the W move. You think it's a W move? Do you guys think it's a W? Woo! I'm just shocked that it's a 3rd round pick. Trey Sermon had a lot of hype. He had a lot of hype coming into this season, man. And last year, this was a big time draft. They traded up to get Trey Sermon. That your running back field is TDP, Elijah Mitchell, Jeff Wilson, and Jordan Mason. Yo, shout out to Jordan Mason. Jordan Mason takes the biggest W of everybody. Jordan Mason takes the biggest W of everybody. A 1.6% chance to make the roster. A 1.6 chance to make the roster. He's on the fucking roster over a 3rd round running back. Jordan Mason, a legend of the preseason. Let's go, baby. I'll be back later. We're going live. Breaking news. We coming at you. I love you. Unbelievable, man. Let's go.